Now that October is over, I'm getting back into my case studies and true crime, but before I get into that, I would love if you subscribe to my channel. That way you can get updates for when I post my new video every week. And be sure to give this video a thumbs up as well. So this case that we're going to talk about just recently happened this past week. It's very tragic and heartbreaking. It's the murders of the Mormon families that lived in Mexico. They were a part of a Mormon community that lived in La Mora, Mexico. They had dual citizenship here and in Mexico. On the morning of Monday, November 4th, 2019, 3 mothers and 14 children between them set out to see family in Chihuahua, Mexico. They were traveling in 3 big vehicles. After Chihuahua, they were headed to Phoenix to pick up one of the women's husbands. They believed that traveling in numbers was safest. However, they never made it to their destinations. They were ambushed and shot at by Mexican cartel. Earlier that morning before heading out, Ronita Miller, aged 30, one of the mothers on the trip, stopped and told her mother-in-law, Loretta Miller, "I have a bad feeling about this. Maybe I shouldn't go." And this would be the last thing she said to her. An hour later, she was killed, along with her 4 children, Howard Jacob Miller, 12 years old, Crystal Belaine Miller, 10 years old, Titus Alvin Miller, and Tiana Grissel Miller, twins, both 8 months old. They were all shot and burned alive. Mother Christina Marie Langford Johnson, 31, died by gunshot wound, but was able to protect her baby Faith Marie Johnson, 7 months old, by putting her car seat on the floor after she jumped out of her car waving her arms to let the attackers know that there were women and children in these cars. She gave her life to protect the others. Mother Donna Ray Langford, 43 years old, Trevor Harvey Langford, 11 years old, and Rogan J. Langford, 2.5 years old, all died from gunshot wounds. Donna's 7 other children survived due to their older brother Devin Blake Langford, 13 years old. He hid them all in the bushes and walked approximately 14 miles to La Mora to get help. Kylie Evelyn Langford, 14 years old, was shot in the foot. Devin Blake Langford, uninjured. Mackenzie Rayanne Langford, 9 years old, gunshot grazed on her arm. Also went for help when Devin didn't come back soon enough. She walked 10 miles in the dark before she was found by search parties. Cody Grayson Langford, 8 years old, shot in the jaw and leg. His condition is not critical. Jake Ryder Langford, 6 years old, uninjured. Xander Bo Langford, 4 years old, shot in the back. Brixton Oliver Langford, almost 9 months old, shot in the chest and grazed on the wrist. My heart and prayers go out to this family and all that were affected by this tragedy. This attack was not an accident. The Mormons and the Mexican cartel lived amongst each other for quite some time, and they were civilized. The Mormons would give them some of the fruit that they grew on their land, and they were told that they had to buy gasoline from the cartels. The Mormons always stopped at their checkpoints, and the cartel would nod and let them pass. And at times they would even apologize to the Mormons, telling them that they just needed to guard their territory and that they were sorry. Since this past week, it became clear that there was no longer an agreement between them. The Mormons knew that Mexico was increasing in crime, but they never thought they would come for them. They believed they lived in a very safe location, close to the U.S. They said they never locked their doors, and their children would always run free in the foothills. Over the last few months, there were signs that something else was going on. There were unfamiliar men guarding the checkpoints, and they seemed to be very jumpy. They told the Mormons they were to no longer buy gasoline from them because it was funding a rival gang. They would even point guns at anyone passing by. For now, they have Mexican security and troops guarding their town. The Mormons only ask that, instead of the U.S. taking revenge, that they step in and help Mexico with this problem. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch this video, and I actually have the link down below in the description for the GoFundMe page that's set up for this family if you would like to donate. I will see you guys next time. Bye!